Hello, my friends. I wanted to share with you. I've been playing with the Seaside Wishes collection and can't get enough of it. So I wanted to share with you first some things that I've done with it, but then how to use it. So you can get the stamp set. Just the stamp set on its own is wonderful. Comes with great sentiments and those fabulous sand dollars and starfish. This is the die cut or the dies. So you've got this one that cuts out one, two, three different sizes. Then we've got these two here that do the coral. So there's the bigger coral and here's the smaller coral. Then obviously the starfish. And then we've got these three strips. And I put those on this layout so that it looks like seagrass. You pull that up close so you can see that one. All right, and then there's also an embossing folder. And the fabulous thing, obviously the embossing folder is beautiful just on its own, but you can put the die, it fits right in there and it kind of latches in place, right like that. And let me show you what it can do. So with my die cut machine, instead of using this cutting plate, I'm going to set that aside and I'm using everything else the same. And I'm going to take my paper. We've got our folder. You're making sure that's locked in place so that it's got all of those right where you want them to go. Then we add our paper. And I can do 2 sheets of paper at a time. And then I'm going to pause this because it's going to shake the whole camera. So what comes out is, and I put 2 pieces of paper in there. So we're going to get 2 of each of these shapes. There's our die. And then there are fabulous patterns on here too. So if you wanted to, you could run paper through with just without the die. So let me show you what that looks like. So here's the paper that was run through the embossing folder. Some fun things that you can then do with it. You could use sandpaper and rub it over top. If you're using a white core cardstock. If you're not using white core cardstock, that won't work. But you also could take an ink and rub ink over top. And that also makes those patterns pop. So now you've got those fun, rub this one just a little bit more because you got to really see those designs on the sand dollars. So just another way to use it, or you can run it through. So now I'm going to run through just with the die. And when you're doing this, just make sure you do put that cutting plate back in place on your base before you run it through. And when you run through just that die, you get all of these sand dollar shapes that you would then use the stamps on. So this one here, there's a flat side to it and there's a flat side right here. So that one's really easy to line up. With the larger one, there's this little divot here. That's this little divot here. That was for me the easiest way to line that one up. And then with the medium size one, I just used the largest one. Let me pull in the artwork for that. So these ones were all done using the embossing folder and the die together. So that's how those ones got done. These ones were all cut like this and then stamped. And then these ones were done with the embossing folder and dies as well. So fun ways. Oh, and then on this one here, this strip here, I ran it through with the embossing folder to create that. So just a really, really fabulous collection. And the hybrid with the folder is just, it's such a cool thing, right? How that fits inside of here. What a neat, neat idea and so fun to play with. So it's called Seaside Wishes. It comes in and out of stock pretty regular because it's so awesome, but I do highly recommend it. Thanks for watching and please comment.